Oh, hello there, everyone. Hello. Welcome to Wednesdays, where we chat with Doug, who apparently can't stop waving his hands. Wave them in the air like you just don't care.
Should I do it to your voice? But I realize you're probably seeing a delay there too. So
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
why is he always a little off?
I was just seeing how
Like,
long you were going to go with the bit. That's always sometimes my favorite
totally,
thing to do.
It's totally, mommy, look at me, give me attention. It's like, why don't you see him doing it to your voice? It's funny, it's amazing. So absurd.
Yes.
I got my attention. I'm good.
This whole day is about you, Doug. Okay, well, not day. This whole stream is about you.
No. I mean, let's face it. I had 2 videos dropped today, and I got a Q&A stream. I mean, it is Doug Day. It is the day of Doug. I can't deny it. I'm just gonna take it all because, my ego's not big enough. So thank you.
But yes, welcome everyone to Chatting with Doug, where you get to ask Doug the questions that you have always wanted to know the answers to. I see we have a whole bunch of super chats already rolling in, and we're at a level 3 hype train over on Twitch. Golly gee, thank y'all so much.
Golly gee, cheapers.
So let's get to the rules so we can get the show on the road. First and foremost, we give priority to the bit messages,
yeah.
bit messages and super chats, since that is some real world money spent. Towards the end of stream, we most likely, hopefully, will have some time for highlighted questions over on Twitch or
we had a lot of time last time.
We did.
It does happen.
It does happen. Or regular chat questions over on YouTube. But save those questions for the end of stream when it looks like we're going to be nearing the end of the questions. Because if you do it now, we're not going to see it, and you cannot and should not repeat yourself over and over again. You could get timed out or even banned if you're going to continuously do that. On the YouTube side of things, we prioritize super chats that are $5 and over. We get a large volume of questions, so this is just a way for us to be able to prioritize and sort through them, and still be able to get to the non-paid questions, because like we just said, I swear we would like that and we want that to happen. Also on the YouTube side of things, if your super chat unpins from the top of chat, do not worry. We have a list. It is very, very rare that we actually miss a super chat or a bit message. You just have to have some patience. Sometimes we can get up to over an hour behind. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It's very rare that we actually miss a question. Just have patience. Please watch the length of your questions. The longer it is, the faster I have to read it, and the less likely it is that we're going to figure out what the point is and we don't have time to go back and repeat it. Along those same lines, if you absolutely must break up your message into multiple parts, keep it to 3 absolute maximum. Again, we don't have time to figure out how part 12 related to part 6 and what you're actually trying to say. So 3 absolute maximum, please. Please keep it to 1 question per bit message or super chat as well. We have over 100 people in our combined chats here, and it's not fair if you get to ask 5 for 1 and other people haven't even had a chance to ask 1 yet, okay? If you don't follow these rules, I do retain the right to edit or shorten or even skip some of the questions that you asked in your super chat. It's just that we got to keep this train moving, okay? Please no spoilers. Not everyone has had a chance to see the latest and greatest. Superman is out on digital, so we're good to talk Superman. But otherwise, just no spoilers, okay? Don't be that guy. Don't be that person. Sorry, it's not just limited to guys. I use that in the Chicago sense of guys, which is not gender specific.
I think it's like most people say it, guys. I try to say y'all. Just saying.
Oh, well, good for you, Doug. I'm really proud of you.
It's my southern roots of southern state I've never been to. No.
Fantastic. Love it. Doug, no swearing.
That's right.
I think that's it, right? I don't think I skipped anything.
I think we good.
Okay, great. Fantastic. Wonderful. The Wizard of What, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, Heather, level with me. What are your ideal cheeseburgers. I'm talking cheese type, toppings, sauces, you name it, sides and drinks.
Well, obviously the rodeo burger. Come on, from Burger King. Um, actually, in some respect, oh, okay, yeah. If I go to Burger King, I will get that. They still have it on the menu. It is off menu, but I do like a burger like that. Something that has like onion rings. I used to like them really spicy, but like with the fatigue, spice is one of the things that sometimes it can trigger it. Like really spicy stuff. Usually nothing too crazy. So, but I did used to like ghost pepper on there, like barbecue sauce, yeah, onion rings, cheese, lettuce. Yeah, that's about it. Sometimes those blue cheese crumbles on top, sort of those burgers are pretty good. But yeah, pretty basic that way.
Yeah, I don't eat beef actually, but the Beyond, very specific, okay? Beyond Burgers has this thing called the Classic Cookout Griller. It is a quarter pounder, and it is the only thing that I have found that feels like a real cheeseburger. It's amazing. You can only buy them during the summer. I buy like 3 packs when they're available. That's
Okay.
that's like my ideal meat in a cheeseburger. Gouda, truffle parmesan fries, and a beer.
Sounds good. That's what you're having now, right? No.
Yeah, I wish. Truth, Hope, Love, thank you for the $5 super chat. #1 at the box office and #1 Netflix film. Neither the combo of Wonder Woman, Deadpool, and Rock, nor the director of Miss March can withstand the Han Moon.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna do at least it's planned, just to do a fast vlog review of it tomorrow because I am like, yeah, it is kind of weird. I haven't talked about it yet. It was always one of those. I'm like, well, it'll not that I wanted to, but I'm like, it'll pass, and then like by the time I get to it, it'll be old news. So why waste the time? But it's like it's still a huge thing, and I love that it's still a huge thing. No, I'm very very excited for that for so many reasons. So yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna do a review on that coming up. Just like I said, a vlog review.
Alexander, thank you for the $5 super chat. What are your thoughts on the film noir Sweet Smell of Success? It originated the famous cookie full of arsenic quote.
I don't even think I know that quote. Was it Sweet Smell of Success?
Yeah, Sweet Smell of Success. That is great to hear because I was like, cookie full of arsenic. I don't think I know what that is either.
1957. Burt Lancaster, Tony Curtis. I don't know this one. Looks like good people. I'll have to check it out.
Truth, Hope, Love, thank you for the $5 super chat. Seriously, K-pop Demon Hunters, it is quite an accomplishment because even if the music was a, well, the chart says decision, they still made it work.
Is it though?
I don't think it is.
Movie felt very, very passionate. That felt like people who not only knew the music, but knew like, I'm definitely not an expert on this, but I know enough about like, certain tropes from like Korean like soap operas and and stuff like that, and it seemed like they worked in a lot of it and kind of the anime style and everything. I don't know that. I'm not saying. I'm sure people came in and were like, "Hey, if we're gonna do this, let's make these songs really bop. Let's see if we can get them on some charts, and stuff like that." But the core of it really feels like it's coming from a place of somebody that really understands this world, and not only understands it, but expanded it to even more people who I'm sure are just discovering this stuff. Not discovering it, I'm sure they had an inkling of it, but just getting more into it now. So yeah, that's kind of the best case scenario you can really have for a setup like this.
Disney Nerd, thank you for the $5 super chat. Ruro, Rug, and Rerer, how are you? Scooby-Dooby-Doo!
Very good, thank you.
Too Bad Waluigi time, thank you for the £5 super chat. Have you seen the movie Open Season?
No, we put it to a YouTube members vote at one point because I have it. I've never seen it. I'm like, well, does this have? It's another one of those where I'm like, does this have a following? I don't know. Let me try it. And it didn't get that many votes, so maybe we'll do it for another poll at some point. But I was kind of okay because I didn't really have any interest in seeing it. So like I say, if we do another poll and it looks like people want to see me review it, I will. But I'm in no rush.
At Movies, thank you for the 500 bits. Since you and Robin both watched The Chosen and like scary movies, the two of you should be very excited for The Carpenter's Son, an upcoming biblical horror film starring Nicolas Cage as Jesus' father. Look it up. It is real.
That sounds amazing.
That
Look
sounds
at
like the
that.
right amount of crazy.
It does. Oh, I'm gonna check that out later. It's a trailer already. Okay. Yeah, pretty excited for that. Well, I just love like, since you like watching The Chosen and horror movies, I'm like, okay, I'll bite. Where's this going? Not that, the story has the happiest of endings, but well, the ending, I guess, is happy, but the third act's a little rough.
Nerdy, thank you for the 500 bits. NC review on The Time Machine 2002.
I never did see it. Maybe I should give it a chance. Everybody told me it was just kind of bland and boring. I actually really wanted to see it. I thought the trailers looked good, but yeah, just about everyone was like, "Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of nothing." So I never checked it out. I think you're the first one that actually said you should review it. So yeah, I'll look into it. Maybe there's a following for it.
Alexander, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you watched the satire film Undercover Brother? It's a very underrated and hilarious comedy that feels like a blend of Shaft and Austin Powers.
I always Undercover Brother. I always confuse that and Black Dynamite. Uh, have I seen this? I remember it being advertised. Yes, I have. Okay, I had to see some more scenes from it. Yes, I only saw it once. I thought it was very, very funny. But it is one of those movies I remember really enjoying it at the moment. I remember one or two scenes, but if you were to say, like, what's your favorite joke from it? I'm like, I just remember a handful, but I do remember like laughing a fair amount through it because again, it has been a hot minute since I've seen it. But yeah, I remember liking it.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on Poltergeist? Possible NC? Heather, have you seen it? Technically, I saw it, but it was during a party and everyone was loud and I didn't actually see, I wasn't completely watching it, you know?
Maybe it's I think, I like it looking back now at the time. So I saw it when I was a little kid. It's a perfect scary movie to see as a little kid because it's like, it's almost like a scary Indiana Jones movie. It's very, very Spielberg, even though I know he didn't technically direct it, but a lot of people think he directed it. But that was also kind of getting in the way of me seeing it like as a legit, like as I got older, I'm like, was this really like scary? I don't know. But now looking back, I kind of like it's a mix of like that 80 Stranger Things, Indiana Jones vibe with like a legit haunted house horror film. So I think if I watch it now, that might make it stand out for me more. I'll give it another go.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Favorite scene from Psycho?
Oh, I don't think. I was gonna say, is this a spoiler? I don't think so. The last scene is somebody smiling and it dissolves to a car. And some people notice it, some people don't. There is an insert of another face over that smile. And that's one of the few things that in the remake of Psycho that they did include that in there, and that is also pretty effective. Both of them are very effectively done. And I think I saw it twice, and on the third time, I was watching with my girlfriend at the time. And went, wait a minute, did you see that? And we rewound it. We're just like, whoa, like that's creepy.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Which evil mother from a Groening series do you like more and think is a better villain? Dagmar from Disenchantment or Mom from Futurama?
Mom is funnier, but the one from Disenchantment, I remember wanting to know more what they're gonna do with the character, like what her plan was. She was a fun character to watch over a long amount of time. Where with Mom, you're always gonna get kind of the same type of villain, which is fine. It's the setup for the show and everything. But yeah, there always was an interest of what's this character gonna do next in Disenchantment.
Smash Ultra, thank you for the 59 NOK through Super Chat. I think Shaggy's voice actor in Scoob is Scott Pilgrim, so now I'm imagining Ultra Shaggy versus Scott Pilgrim.
Is he? If he's Scott Pilgrim, he's the voice of like. You're not talking from the movie because Michael Cera was Scott Pilgrim in the movie. If you're talking about like being voiced in something else, maybe you're right there. But yeah, no, that was Will Forte. So he might have played Scott Pilgrim. I don't know, but I am not aware.
Maggie, thank you for the $5 super chat. I'm on vacation in New York and I saw the Balto statue and the Plaza Hotel, but there was no one to show me where the lobby was and no Tim Curry.
Sad, sad. And those are the only movies shot in New York, so your sightseeing is done. It's such a shame.
Ooh, Jeremiah, thank you for the 500 bits. No more Tournament Tuesday? Yeah, we've kind of phased it out unless we hit our goals, which we're still going on August's. So let's hit that goal. Yeah, unless we hit our goal, we're kind of just phasing it out here. AOTV, thank you for the $5 super chat. Kirsten Dunst recently said she's interested in being in Minecraft too because she can, quote, make a movie where she doesn't lose money. Thoughts?
Let her do it. Because at this point, you kind of know anybody who's going to be in the following Minecraft movies. They're just like, we don't care. It's like a vacation for us. We're just going to show up, do whatever we want from the camera, and people show up and do whatever they want in the movie theater. So, yeah, I don't know. I gotta give her credit for being so open about that.
Oklahoma City, thank you for the $2 super chat. The Wessonator, thank you for the $5 super chat. Since we've had Star Wars and Disney December lineup for about 10 years now, when will we get the Indiana Jones movies added too?
That's one of those I've been looking at. Part of it is I want to see how, because originally I was going to do an Indiana Jones month for NC, but again, we kept seeing people getting, claims and content warnings and strikes, all that stuff. If you had anything of a certain Third Reich in there, any imagery of that, or if you even say the name. So, but then we've seen people playing like the game, like the Indiana Jones game. So we're like, all right, so we'll see what we can do. But I'll say this, even if it is, if it's a Disney December, I can edit around that easier. It'll still be a little tricky because they're in two of the movies a lot. But yeah, I might be able to work with that. So yeah, I put it down as a possibility.
The Wizard of What, thank you for the $5 super chat. Surprised no one has asked you yet, but have you seen the set photos for Spider-Man Brand New Day? What do you think of the new costume?
Am I missing something? It just looks like the costume from the end of the other movie. I just want to make sure I'm not hold on, Brand New Day costume. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything with it. Oh, all right, okay, it's actually a little different. Actually has a little bit of the it's mostly the one from the ending, but the eyes are a little different. Yeah, okay. I dig it. It actually looks a little bit like, oh, what version is this? Like it's not the Japanese one, the TV show one, but yeah, no, it looks good. I like that style. I like the one where, so the one I really like was from Amazing Spider-Man 2. I like the eyes were the right size to me, like that was the right bigness and everything. But I kind of like this where it almost looks like a little eyelash, like a Chuck Jones character or something like that. Gives a little bit of a feminine touch. So I'm assuming they're gonna do the same thing with the eyes getting bigger and small, but maybe they're not if he doesn't have the Stark technology. So that'll be interesting. I'm talking more about this than I thought because I'm like, it's just the same suit, and here I am rambling about it. So it's looking good.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Heather, what are your top 10 or 5 favorite movies outside of Dark Knight and Moulin Rouge? Also, happy birthday, Heather! Thank you.
Right.
It was on Monday. Thank you. I don't think I'd put Moulin Rouge, maybe in the top 10, I guess. But actually, my favorite movie musical is Fiddler on the Roof. I love Mean Girls. I love Devil Wears Prada. I'm a big Star Wars fan. Empire is the best one. I'm so predictable. I'd probably put Beauty and the Beast up there, probably an anime, something like Castle in the Sky or Spirited Away. So there you go. That's a whole bunch. Truth, Hope, Love, thank you for the $5 super chat. Since you're trying to be a bit more analytical and you're starting re-reviews, thought of doing one for Follow That Bird.
I was frozen today.
Maybe. It's still a hard one to know what to say about it. If I did, maybe I'd do it with Brad. That'd be fun to do like a Cinema Snob review of it. Or did he? Now I was just trying to remember if he did. That seems like someone I could get some material out of it, and like, cause he really liked Sesame Street growing up and everything. So we could maybe work off each other and find something funny to say about it.
AOTV, thank you for the $10 super chat. In the mid credits of Fantastic Four First Steps, when you know who shows up, he was played by the actor but didn't show his face because it would have cost millions.
You know, but that was the right move. Just that setup, it gives you a real like that was. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that was a really thrilling moment. That was probably the most excitement I got out of that movie. Honestly, just that mid-credit sequence, I was like, "Ooh!" Like that was like a chill that went down my spine. You know, and I'm one of those people where I was like, I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent to what they're gonna do with the person and everything. But yeah, I was kind of like, oh, okay, like that was revealed pretty well, especially after everything that went on in that movie, and what is the connection with like the baby and stuff like that. So yeah, no, I thought that was very effectively done.
Zinner, or Noah Zinner, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, you gotta see Neja 2 in theaters ASAP. It's a visual spectacle and emotional powerhouse worthy of the highest grossing animated film ever.
You're probably right. Do I need? I'll look it up. I want to see if I need to see the first one. I think I heard you don't. Like they catch you up pretty well, but no, I probably should. I am curious about it. I'll see what I can do. I'm not gonna be able to see it this weekend. I'm gonna be out for a bit, but I'll be back, before the weekend's out. But yeah, I'll see if I can see it later, maybe in the week.
Shouting Joker, thank you for the 500 bits. If you're still curious about the making of that really bad Nutcracker movie, there's a behind the scenes video on YouTube titled Making of the Nutcracker, The Untold Story, which details the process of everything that went into making the movie. It shows the mindset of the director and how out of touch from reality he is.
Ooh, that does sound really interesting. I'm putting that down so I don't forget. Wasn't Making Nutcracker 3D?
It just said Making of the Nutcracker, The Untold Story.
Untold Story. Okay, I will try to look that up.
Smash Ultra, thank you for the 59 NOK through Super Chat. You remember Muttley can fly with his tail? Now I'm imagining a tail race between Muttley and Tails from Sonic.
Nah, it's Warner and Paramount, and well, no, but there's talk of like one buying the other, so maybe it could still happen.
AOTV, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen the cameo message from the annoying Orange to You?
I thought that was real.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's one, I saw it on YouTube, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, boy, it looks real. It sounds real. It sort of sounds like the same type of humor and everything, and I think someone just said, well, first of all, it's kind of cool that he's on Cameo. I think that's really, really neat. But said, hey, can you just say something to Nostalgia Critic or make fun of him or something like that? And he very lovingly, it makes jokes about me and stuff. And I was just like, oh, yeah, I think that's the real thing. So, all right, yeah. I was always kind of curious if that was real.
Ooh, Jeremiah, thank you for the 500 bits. I wonder if you've seen Bringing Down the House. That could use a Disney summer.
No, I haven't. I heard it's not good, but I don't know if I want to check it out. It's what, some movies you see, it's like, ooh, that looks bad. That looks enjoyably bad. That's one where I'm like, it just looks bad to me. But maybe I will. If it looks like there's people that really want to see me do a Disney December on it, maybe I'll work it in.
Super Droid, thank you for the 500 bits. Hi, Heather. What are your top 3 favorite Dragon Ball heroes? My favorite is Vegeta, then it's Goku and Piccolo, with Krillin and Gohan as honorable mentions. I also adore Vegeta. It might be Vegeta, Trunks, Piccolo. Yeah. Okay. God of Chaos, thank you for the $10 super chat. Do you think a crossover with Michael Keaton Batman and Christopher Reeve Superman could have worked if the stars aligned? What would you want it to be?
Somebody did. I remember these videos kept getting taken down. I'm blanking on his name, but he did he did these really good edits, like crossovers, particularly like DC characters, and I think he had like all the Jokers meeting up at the time and stuff. And he did do one for Michael Keaton Batman and Christopher Reeve Superman, and it looked good. It looked right, and it did seem to make sense. And he had like obviously Lex Luthor and Nicholson's Joker teaming up and everything. How would you bring back Nicholson's Joker? I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I think they'd have to go against. You could have like Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor in there, but you need like a different Batman villain at that point. Maybe Robin Williams is the Riddler, as you know, everyone always wants to see, so something like that. But yeah, I don't know. I'd be down for that, but obviously, very unlikely.
Smash Ultra, thank you for the 59 NOK through Super Chat. I think Pinky and the Brain, Invader Zim, and Megamind as bad guys being main characters comes from the Dastard Leads, Jesus Christ, Heather, own show, Dastardly, Muttley, and Flying Machines.
You want to know the funny thing is, I only know them from Wacky Races. No, not even. Yeah, I think they're in Wacky Races, but Lap Olympics was the big thing I knew them from, and I actually didn't know they were from another show until I think I started doing research on Scoob. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know there was another one. I always knew them from Lap Olympics. So I forgot what the question was. Yeah, I think it was just stating a fact.
Yeah.
Okay.
That they like started. Dastard Leads like started main bad guys.
So maybe I should check that show out because I like those other shows.
Joel B, thank you for the 500 bits. Favorite Homer and Marge moment, funny or heartfelt?
Let me see. I like when they're legit attracted to each other because they're both, I mean, all the Simpsons are weird looking, but they're both just very weird, strange looking. Like Marge was going to be revealed to be a bunny, at the end of like the scene until the show obviously changed and everything. But so I really like when they legit like not trying to convince themselves or anything like that. Like they just have this real legit attraction. Like I like the episode where he's Mr. Plow and she just says, just for fun, could you just put on the Mr. Plow jacket, just for fun. Like it's really cute. It's really wholesome. I like when they're legit attracted to each other.
Ooh, Jeremiah, thank you for the 500 bits. What's worse, Willem Dafoe's goblin suit and mask or Dane DeHaan's goblin?
Dane DeHaan, big time. Because I don't even know if I would recognize that as the Green Goblin. I mean, maybe a real life goblin, but yes, the Green Goblin, I just wouldn't even recognize it as that. Yeah, I don't know how that was supposed to work. And at least with Dafoe, I mean, we saw it later when they got rid of the mask and they just gave him the purple hood and everything. He looked right. He looked just like the part, where Dane DeHaan just didn't in any way. So yeah, that was pretty easy, even though they both look pretty ridiculous.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Lost, what do you think of the Man in Black?
It's been a long time. I got it. That's the well, I guess I can't reveal anything about it just in case anyone hasn't seen it, but that's one of the big guys at the end, right? One of the big.
I really don't
know. I think okay, it is. Yeah. I mean, decent mystery built up to him, but like everything, just not that much of a payoff or very lame payoff. Didn't feel worth it. So yeah, that's my thoughts.
Captain Wolf, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, I've noticed that at times the critic reminds me of Frasier. Was that intentional?
Maybe when I'm like really snobby, I feel like both between like Frasier and Niles, I probably steal a few line deliveries, There's one, I think in the first official episode we have Tamara on the Wicker Man one, she's just acting crazy, saying everything with a crazy smile and she's, I see you reviewing Wicker Man. I'm like, oh, yes, I am. And she goes, huh. We just look at HR and just go, why? And I'm like, that is Frasier. It's just like, am I? Like, that's very, very Frasier. I didn't even think about it until you brought that up.
Case, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Mr. Walker, want to have another non-substance induced acid trip like the Japanese Jack and the Beanstalk? House, 1977. That is all.
Oh, yeah. Oh, holy smokes. What a trip. Yeah, I mean, anyone that's seen it just knows. I mean, there's one of the most ambitious movies ever made, and it's so funny because it's not like you can say all the effects work in it necessarily, but you could just tell they were just so excited and just so focused and passionate about putting these images on the screen. They just didn't care if the effects looked right or not, and that adds to the charm of a lot of it. And at times it does look really good too. I mean, either way, it's just the most trippy, like amazing thing you'll see. With that said, I think I like the movie. It's always one of those where I'm like, is this good? It's like, I think it's good. It's definitely good in that it just creates its own, almost its own genre, almost its own strange. It's just such a unique entity in of itself. But whenever something like that happens, you do kind of go, do like, did I enjoy sitting through this? Even though it looks amazing, it's like, I think I did.
Deshaun, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, could you do a review of the 1998 Dr. Doolittle?
uh, there's not much to it. I saw it. It did so little for me, and I was just so not invested watching it. I just don't think I'd be invested reviewing it either. If it's one of those things where just by popular demand, people really wanted to see it, okay, but I'm assuming that's not going to be the case.
That one, sleep no more fan. Thank you for the £5 super chat. Overall thoughts on Doctor Who? How much have you seen, if any?
Seen 2 episodes. And the episodes everybody's seen. I saw Blink, and then I saw I don't even know the title of it, but the Van Gogh episode. I haven't seen any of the others. And I hear it's very good. I trust everybody. There's just so damn many. I just don't have time to watch them all. And even if I had time to watch, like, one particular doctor, even then, I don't think I'd have time. So probably not. But I believe everybody when they say it's really, really good.
Joel B, thank you for the 500 bits. Did you ever check out the Netflix sci-fi thriller Cassandra? It's a very fun show.
Sounds a little familiar. Hold on, let me see.
A Netflix sci-fi thriller.
Cassandra. It's like a ship, right? It's like the name of it. No, it's not. Oh, okay, yes. We wait, when did they say it came out?
I don't know if they did.
Oh, okay, all right. For some reason, I thought I heard I was thinking Sci-Fi Channel, 19 something or other.
No, Netflix. It's a Netflix sci-fi
It is
thriller.
Netflix. Yes. I'm sorry. I have not seen the whole thing. We started it. We were liking it. For some reason, we didn't finish it. I can't remember why. But we should, because I was liking where it was going. Yeah, I'm with you, Heather. Netflix is just on fire right now. Like,
They really
every
are.
single thing I put on, it's just all on Netflix right now. It's like, do we watch this on Netflix, or do we watch this on Netflix and everything? So yeah, I think it was during one of those times too, where just suddenly they were just putting out a million good things. So I was like, yeah, I'd much rather watch this other thing. So maybe we'll add that to the list too.
Joseph, thank you for the $6 super chat. Critic, what are your thoughts on Skeleton Crew?
I haven't seen it. Yeah, I saw a little bit of the first episode, which was fine. I was gonna review it for this year, but then just too many things kind of caught up. And I'm doing a lot of shows this year, and shows do take a lot more time to edit than movies. So maybe I'll move it to next year. But it is funny because that's like, of all the things coming out, if I was to just look at the trailer, I'd be like, oh, that's got to be the lame Star Wars thing. That's got to be like the lamest out of all of them. And it that and Andor are like the things that people love the most. Andor is like the most adult thing they've done in years. And then Skeleton Crew is apparently the most kid-friendly thing they've done. And they're both fantastic from what I hear. So I'm excited to check it out. But yeah, I haven't had a chance yet.
Trip, thank you for the $20 super chat. Appreciate that. Thank you. To answer a question from a while ago, the sore loser from Old versus New was you'd play a clip of a character in the version that lost a round, being like, aw, come on, or you know nothing. Why did you stop that?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, whenever I'd have a character lose, let's say, I don't know, it's like one of the kids from Willy Wonka or something like that, have a line from the kid saying something in the movie, you suck or something like that. Because I stopped doing Old versus New in general, honestly. And if I did stop doing that, which I believe you, it was probably because it was just taking so much time to edit them, and so I couldn't look through and find those clips. So yeah, if I did stop doing that, I guarantee you that's the reason why.
Talons, thank you for the $5 super chat. Do either of you know or have studied any other languages besides obviously English? And no, I'm not counting conlangs like Elvish or Klingon.
I mean, I took a little Spanish in high school, but and Spanish is about the easiest language you can learn, and I was still terrible at it. it. So yeah, I'm not very good. But Heather, you know definitely know some Japanese,
Yeah,
right?
I know some French and Japanese. I feel more confident in my French than I do my Japanese. My Japanese I just picked up
Wow.
from living there for a year. I never officially studied it. I just
But that's
picked it
why you're
up.
more confident in French, even though you've lived in Japan.
Yeah. Oh, Jeremiah, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought to yourself, man, how old am I getting? And shed a tear?
um, Truthfully, age has never scared me that much. I know it sounds weird, the nostalgia critic saying that, surrounded in like cartoons and stuff I grew up with and everything, but maybe that's why, because it's a constant reminder of like that I did like all this stuff growing up. It's still a part of me, it's still with me, but I can also use it to do stuff, as an adult and grow up. I mean, to me, I feel like if you're doing it right, what's that line? Growing old is inevitable, growing up is optional. And
Mm,
I feel like that's kind of what I've done. I mean, I've just brought my childhood with me, all the stuff I liked about it, but now I have the perks of being an adult, and I also have you know, the responsibility and passion, dedication, all that of having to be adult too, to make a living. And a lot of that comes from that I was very lucky to, kind of stumble into this, just do what I was already enjoying. And, the audience followed. And, obviously we turned into a business and everything. But yeah, I mean, I really do mean why I say, y'all really do let me live the best life as an adult. And I guess to some respect as a kid, I ever could. I cannot be more thankful to you all. So yeah, no, when you find, the job you love most, it's true what they say. It's like you don't work a day in your life. It really doesn't feel like that. It just feels like I'm just living the life I've always wanted to lead. And again, I really have you all to thank for that. So thank you so much again.
What up, JD? Thank you for the $5 super chat. Favorite part of Ants? I don't know about you, but the big shoe scene went way harder than it needed to.
There is one weird scene where it just goes like weirdly intense. I usually don't mind intense scenes, but it's like, yeah, where it's like, yeah, the shoe steps on the Sharon Stone character. And I'm sure in the script it just says like, shoe moving by and Z hears Sharon Stone character screaming or something like that. But for whatever, whether it's her or someone else, whoever is screaming there just gave like 10,000%. It's like, ah, ah! I'm like, good God. So I kind of know what you're talking about with that. But what's my favorite scene? I think I like just the build up to that battle when he's lined up. I really like that. It's just you're getting closer and closer. He's realizing more and more how terrible it's going to be. Just the way it's shot, you really got that intimidation of what the hell is he about to march into. I really like that moment.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Gravity Falls, which of the three leads do you think gives a better performance? Jason Ritter as Dipper, Kristen Schaal as Mabel, or Alex Hirsch as Stan?
Man. That is really rough. I guess I'll say Kristen Schaal. If for any other reason, I guess I found out there's a lot of people that say the way the character is written, like she's a little too selfish, which for
Mm.
me, it's always like, well, that's the humor, that's the fun. She's just so likable. And they could be totally right. I never saw that in that character. But I've heard that argument a lot. And I think it really could be just because that performance is so great and she brings so much charm to it, that I don't even see that. Like, it's actually really hard for me to see that. So yeah, I think that's got to go to Christian Schaal. But man, it's close with Hirsch as Grunkle Stan.
Dibble is gold, thank you for the 500 bits. Just want to say I love your content and want to support the cause. Well, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Jonathan, thank you for the $10 super chat. If you could delete one from existence between the back credit card or the original theme song from Doug, which would you choose? What would be gone?
Well, childhood would be easier without the theme song from Doug, but then I wouldn't grow. Yeah, I don't know. That's always one of those, if you could delete this kind of thing, I'm like, yeah, but then I wouldn't, I wouldn't grow, I wouldn't learn, I wouldn't blah blah blah, and those are just silly. I mean, the back credit card, you know, Yeah, I guess I'll say the one from Doug because bad credit card people are still quoting that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it makes sense for that to stay. But yeah, it's fine if both stay.
Jace, thank you for the $10 super chat. Epiphany. iRobot is a sci-fi take on Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Proof. Sonny is Roger Rabbit, Will Smith is Eddie Valiant, Vicky is Judge Doom, Jessica is Kelvin, Marvin Acme is Dr. Lang. Thoughts?
Did I not make that comparison? I guess I didn't. It's really weird that I didn't, because that's always something I kind of thought. It's weird I didn't put that in there. Maybe I was thinking just it's so many, both of them have so many classic detective tropes. So maybe I was just like, all right, well, this is just kind of the detective characters that are usually set up in this. But detective film noir doesn't always have prejudice in there. That is something that definitely Roger Rabbit had. I mean, some do, but definitely Roger Rabbit had it in there. Yeah, I'm shocked I didn't bring that up. No, I agree 100%.
Jonathan, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi, Doug and Heather. I know you stated you prefer Better Call Saul over Breaking Bad. Do you prefer the episode, I'm going to butcher this, Ozymandias or Plan and Execution?
I remember what happens in the episodes. I don't remember the name of it. Man, that's probably going to take a little bit. Hold on. Better Call Saul. Was it Plan and Execution?
Yeah, Plan and Execution.
Let me see. Oh, that one was pretty great. Yeah, it's pretty good. And then what was the other one?
Mondius. Sorry, OZYMAN.
There it is.
Yeah.
Popped up. Oh, okay. I see what you're doing here. Both very good, but yeah, the Plan and Execution. Just the stuff that happened that was again with Breaking Bad, you kind of know there's gonna be nerve-wracking stuff, with deaths and stuff like that. But in that way, I mean, there is a scene that was just like, like I love it when a show gets me to gasp. That's such a great moment. And in Breaking Bad, I just kind of got used to it. Where in Better Call Saul, I was still gasping at moments where I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that's happening. I can't believe blah, blah, blah. And maybe part of it is because not a lot is happening. It's a lot slower, so it can build up to those moments and they can be a lot more impactful.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. What do you think of Peridot from Steven Universe?
Oh, she's great. Oh my God. That aside from oh my God, forget her name. Garnet. Aside from Garnet, that's probably my favorite character. I love Peridot. She's a character that made me realize how much I love the word clod. That's such a great word, clod. I love it.
Mr. Prowley, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey, Channel Awesome. I was wondering if you are going review Scooby-Doo Straight Outta Nowhere, the crossover with Courage the Cowardly Dog. I thought it was a good, goofy film with charm.
I should, I guess. I'll put it down. It's an option. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't write that down before.
Glitch Craze, thank you for the $5 super chat. Could we ever see a Disney December for NC, on the game plan? I just recently rewatched and found it a bit more emotional than I originally did.
I have it on the list, but I think it's going to be the following year. It's another one of those where I always have it on there, and as more stuff builds up, I kind of bump it back. But and part of it this year too is I have the pacifier on there, and I'm just like, okay, well that's this year's game plan, and I'll just do the game plan next year.
Joel B, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen the alternate ending of Dumb and Dumber where the hotel manager offers Lloyd and Harry a job to take care of his grandson? They agree to take the job until they meet the grandson, and it's the blind kid, they gave the dead bird to.
No, I never even heard of that one. I know there was an ending where they were supposed to get on the bus, and Jim Carrey refused to do it, but yeah, I never heard of that one. I'll look it up.
Smash Ultra, thank you for the 59 NOK through Super Chat. Every time I'm hearing I was frozen today, I'll think of Suburban Commando played by Hulk Hogan, who is actually a horrible person. Not good.
I mean, I'm going by the performance. Yeah, his performance was fine.
Alex Loves Musicals, thank you for the 500 bits. What do you think of Wednesday Season 2 so far?
I haven't watched it. I hate to say it, I don't really have that much interest. Maybe if there wasn't a bajillion other things on Netflix right now, like I said, there's
Mhm.
just a lot of really, really good stuff. Um, and maybe I was slightly curious, like more for just the creativity and the actors. But I don't know. I haven't heard a ton of people talk about not like, it's bad, don't watch. I'm not hearing that or anything, but before it was like, the water cooler show, to talk about, man, did you see Wednesday? Wasn't that crazy? Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I'm not hearing a whole bunch about it. So unless I hear something really crazy, oh, you gotta see it for this. I'm not especially interested. We'll see. Maybe I'll see it, down the line.
Multi, thank you for the 50 NOK through Super Chat. Can you
Thank you.
please do an NC review of Shallow Hal? People seem split on its message.
Yeah, I never have seen it. Yeah, people seem split on it in general. People either love it or hate it, and yeah, I guess I should check it out at some point. Yeah, maybe. Jack Black's kind of a popular character to make fun of right now, so I'll put down some possibility.
Jace, thank you for the $5 Super Chat. I found your Hollywood doppelganger. Google image search these words: Corporal Bauer Cryo Pandorium. When you see a guy screaming in a tube, you found it.
I know you're talking about the guy. I know you're talking about. Yes, he does.
Haunted Joker, thank you for the 500 bits. The Bakshi Lord of the Rings review. I assume the explanation told by Rob as Bakshi, true like Sauron versus Aruman. Also, I do think Sam deserves his own doody-doo music.
No, that was a fun one to do, and anytime Rob can play Rob Bakshi, he's always on board.
JK, thank you for the 100 NOK through Super Chat. If you want to see Nicolas Cage at his best, watch the movie Deadfall from 1993.
I don't think I know that one. Let me double check. Deadfall. Oh, there's a 2012 one as well. I'm like, that looks a bit more recent. There it is. All right, yeah. Boy, it looks pretty bonker. This Charlie Sheen's in it and everything. Yeah, I'll try to check it out.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. And Steven Universe, what are your overall thoughts on Steven himself?
Oh, I like him. I like how do I put it? There is something kind of refreshing about. Yes, we got a lot of tough women in shows. I mean, plenty. They're very well developed and everything. I like you have a show that stars these tough women, and they're very different. They have very distinct personalities. They look different and everything. And the male that's at the center of the show, it's actually like really sensitive and really nice, but he's not like a bore, and he's not lame. He's actually just like a legit happy little kid, and we know the backstory about him too. It's like, oh, like that kind of checks out and everything. So yeah, I think it would have been very easy to have that character be lame and not work. And I think because they did write him so well, and he's played very well too. I think that does all come together, and it balances out really, really nice.
Jack, thank you for the €5 Super Chat. I don't mind them recasting the MC for Scoob, but could they at least keep Matthew Lillard and at least have the OG actors play their parents?
Oh, that would have been cute. Yeah, looking back at it, I was like, yeah, this is weird that Matthew Lillard wasn't in the movie, because I think he's about as big a star as Will Forte. Like thereabout. Like he's still in movies and live action stuff like that. I don't know. I just couldn't see anyone being like, well, I gotta see that movie. Will Forte's doing the voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was gonna be like, ooh. So yeah, I thought that was a very odd choice.
Connor, thank you for the $7 Super Chat. Hey, Doug, will we get a Nostalgia Critic review of Mowgli? I was hoping for your take as somebody who asked for a darker take.
Is that the let me see, hold on. Mowgli, is that the Netflix one? Well, okay, yeah, there's the character. How about the movie? There we are. And I hate to say this because I really want to like this movie because I know it is closer to the book and everything, and Andy Serkis directed it. I got maybe 10 minutes in and I couldn't do it. I'm like, I know I'm not going to like this. I'm just going to be angry watching this because I know it's going to be like the book, but it's just not going to get the pacing or the character or the idea quite down. It starts kind of in the middle of the story. It moves way too fast. The animation looks weird. And I'm just like, yeah, no, this isn't doing it for me. So I never did get past the first 10 minutes, which I'm not saying that makes it worse than like whatever the Disney live action Jungle Book or anything like that. But because I'm sure one sticks closer. But yeah, it was just one of those things where I'm like, I think I'm just going to be put off watching this movie. So I didn't check it out. But, I should sit down and watch it because I do know he read the original story and he did want to stick to it. And I should probably watch the whole thing just to see the elements because there's got to be some stuff he gets right in there too. Maybe the majority of it he gets right, and I'm just being a crybaby. So yeah, maybe I should give it a chance.
Disney Nerd, thank you for the $5 super chat. Do you think A24 is trying to go for an Oscar with The Smashing Machine after The Iron Claw got stupidly snubbed? The Rock looks unrecognizable.
Well, let's not go that far. Yeah, although I'll say this. I mean, now they can't do it, I feel like, because it would just be too similar. But watching that trailer, if they ever did a movie on it, I think they should do, he should play Andre the Giant in a movie. I thought he actually looked a lot like him, and I bet he could play that role pretty well. Obviously, he knows the moves and everything. You just somehow make him big. I don't know if you use CG or just makeup or something. I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it looked good. It looked like a good movie. You say A24, I would probably say more The Rock is trying to go for an Oscar, but they're both. Actually, what am I talking about? It's probably both. So no, I'm curious to check it. I don't know the story. I don't know the real guy. So yeah, I'm curious to see what his story actually is.
Jack, thank you for the €2 super chat. The Ultimate Frozen Fan, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, have you seen the trailers for new seasons of Beavis and Butthead and Futurama? They're two of my all-time favorite shows. I'm so happy they're back.
I have not seen trailers for either. Like I see the little thumbnails. Well, actually, the Beavis and Butthead one I didn't see little thumbnail for. So that's good. It's good to know they're still making those. Futurama, I saw the past 2 seasons and they were fine, but there's a guy named YouTube channel called Terrific Tyreek, and he brought up a really good point. He said, yeah, the new Futuramas are fine, but it doesn't justify coming back. I thought it's a really good point. There's nothing in here. It's like, thank God it came back so we can do this. We can continue this. We can evolve that. Like, it just seems like they came back. They're doing some jokes and they're good. Most of them work, but it's like, I'm not feeling the reason that, they're here again. It doesn't feel justified. So, yeah, that is an issue I have with it, but it's still funny.
Sean, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey, Doug, as a Buster Keaton fan, have you ever checked out the series of shorts he did for Columbia Pictures? Apart from the first short, Pest from the West, he wasn't too fond of the series, but they do have some moments. The collection does have a DVD release.
See, I'm one of those people. It's kind of like Three Stooges, where I remember segments, I remember moments. If you were to say, what's the title of that short and what happens exactly in the short and stuff like that, I probably couldn't tell you. I more remember moments. With Three Stooges, I remember lines. Buster Keaton, not as much. I can't imagine why. But yeah, I've seen a fair amount. I'm not a Buster Keaton expert by any means. But yeah, no, the stuff I've seen, I've definitely enjoyed. And if I have, yeah, if I have seen those, I don't remember the specific names or anything like that. So I'm sorry.
Jace, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Heather, do you know the song Rasputin? I made a King of the Hill version, but I wanted to make sure you knew how to sing it. First, it's pretty funny. I mean, are you talking about the rah, Rasputin?
That's gotta be it.
That's like, right? That's the only one I know.
That's gotta be it. Yeah, it's the only one like everybody knows. It'd be weird if it wasn't.
Right. A lover of cinema, thank you for the 500 bits. I saw the new Naked Gun recently, and yeah, people aren't kidding. It was hilarious, and I enjoyed it so much. I had such a fun time with it, and I can't wait to rewatch it once it hits streaming. With that said, what's your favorite joke/gag from the movie?
Probably the windshield scene. It was already a pretty good joke, but then when they kept building on top of it, what he keeps running into, that really, really made me laugh.
JS, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on Barry Lyndon? Saw it the first time last year and instantly became my number 2 all time right after 2001. Can you guess my favorite director?
Tim Burton, right? No. Um, I liked it. I wish when it got to the end, and a lot of people say this is kind of an issue with Kubrick. It's both again kind of a pro and a con. Um, and to some extent, some people say the same with Christopher Nolan. It's a little too clinical. It's a little too cold. And with a story like that, when you get to the end and you see what they're doing, uh, there need to be just at least early on, there need to be a hint more heart in there. It's not to say there isn't any. There is, and there even is some later. And there's some that the whole duel scene I think is very suspenseful and just brilliantly done. There's a lot of stuff that's brilliantly done. But when I got to the end, I was like, yeah, I shouldn't quite feel this empty. I should feel a little bit more here. But it is good. And one of the stories I always remember about it is that I just wanted to watch it because I saw it was a Stanley Kubrick film I just had on VHS, which big shock was 2 tapes. And I just started watching it. And then Rob sort of came in about 20 minutes. He started watching. And then my dad came in and he started watching. And then my mom came in. We were all just watching really engrossed. And then we thought it was getting close to the end of the movie. And then it just says intermission. And we all just went, oh, geez. Okay, no, we all got to go to bed. We got to blah, blah, blah. But it was like it hit us. Well, we're all really getting into this movie. A lot of them didn't even know the whole story. And then when it got to that point, we all kind of agreed, okay, when we start the second half, I'll let you know, kind of thing. And that was kind of a fun, like a movie kind of bringing a family together without even trying kind of thing.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. There's a movie I would like to recommend to you if you haven't seen it. It's called Return of the Living Dead. The film tells the story of how a warehouse owner accompanied by his 2 employees, mortician friend, and a group of teenage punks deal with the accidental release of a horde of unkillable, brain-hungry zombies onto an unsuspecting town.
I never have seen it. I heard it's very good. I think I always see the cover and it just looks so goofy. I go to it, but I hear it's really, really good. I'm sure it is goofy too. But I think a big thing too is I'm not a huge zombie guy. Like I like them fine, but that's not like my monster of choice. You know what I mean for movies. But I do like when they do something a little different. That does sound a little different, so I should probably check it out.
Joel B, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you gotten a chance to check out the new Netflix show, Long Story Short? I'm halfway through it and really enjoying it.
Yeah, we're about 3 episodes in, I think. I do really like it. I don't think it's going to be everybody's thing. It is a show, if anyone's ever seen The Bear, if you know the Christmas episode where everyone's just complaining and at each other's throats the whole time, it's kind of that. So I can see a lot of people watching it and being like, it is just complaining. It is just bitching at each other the whole time. They're not wrong, but there is a lot of character there. And if you find these people interesting, which I do get into, and I like how they talk over each other a lot. Actually, that part reminds me a lot of our family. We're big time talking over each other, if you can imagine, my family. But yeah, it's from what I've seen so far, I do like it. I guess I don't want to give the impression of like with BoJack Horseman or what was the other one, Unreal and stuff like that. Like, oh my God, everyone should see this. This is so great. I don't know if it's that show. I don't know if it's something where everyone who sees is gonna get like sucked into it. But I've been wrong before. There's been shows and movies I thought people wouldn't get into, and they will. So maybe this one will be the same. I don't know.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. Top 3 favorite White Lotus characters.
Well, I mean, why am I forgetting her name now? Jessica. No, what's her name? The one who talks like this. Oh, what's her name? The actress. I'm just gonna type in White Lotus lady and see if she comes up there. She is Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh, Jennifer
like that's how much she is associated with that.
Sorry, that really got me. The one who talks like that.
I mean, like everybody. I mean, she was already great, but that just like totally, brought new life to her career again. The masseuse, the Reiki lady, I really like. God, yeah, I gotta look at like all the characters again. The one running the hotel originally, I really liked, and yeah, I guess I mean, I know I'm supposed to kind of not like him too, but I did like the F. Murray Abraham character a little bit, even though he was kind of. Oh, and the Aubrey Plaza character. Oh my god, so great. I don't know. They're all really really good. It's just a good show.
Sammy, thank you for the $10 super chat. Doug, your reviews have gotten me through tough times in my life, especially when I first discovered you in 2010 when I was diagnosed with autism and my parents divorced. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry to hear about your folks. I hope they're doing okay now. I hope you're doing well too. Yeah, no, that's something that I've heard more and more doing this line of work, that you've helped me get through something, and that really wasn't something that I was intending. I was just sort of doing what I thought was fun and silly, and doing what I enjoyed. And to hear other people not just say, "Oh yeah, I really enjoy it too. I get into all this," but like, you helped me through something, like that's amazing to hear. The craziest story I heard, one of the conventions I went to, is that this guy was, where was he? Was he in Afghanistan? I can't remember, but he was serving in the military, and like him and just this like whole, I don't want to say platoon, but maybe like 30, no, it was even more than 30 people, something like 70 people were in this room or something like that. And he just, oh hey, the new Nostalgia Critic just tried. It was like the live action It review. And like just this whole room of people like got together and watched it. It was just like, what the, like, I couldn't even, like, I just stopped myself from crying hearing that. I'm like, good Lord, like, this guy was telling me that. And it's like, you're not preparing for stuff like that. So whenever I hear that, whenever I hear people tell those stories, I love it, because even to this day, I'm not preparing for it. So it really is a legit surprise when people tell me like it really helped them get through something. And that just means the world, man. So really, think whether it's something like that, or just getting through a rough moment, or a really something major difficult or small difficult, whatever, everything between, it really means a lot, man. So just thank you so much again for saying that.
Bobcat, thank you for the $5 super chat. Would you do the Rocky Horror Picture Show for Nostalgiaween or Disney-cember, since Disney now owns it?
Disney-cember, maybe. I don't know if I could get away with an NC. Well, I think Brad did it, and he got away with it okay. Disney-cember, I think, makes more sense, because I do like Rocky Horror. I don't love it. I think we're going to talk about it. You should love it. You should really have an understanding of why people get into this. And again, I've gone to some of the screenings and they're a lot of fun. But yeah, I think a Disney-cember kind of makes more sense with it. So maybe I'll do that.
Mazo, thank you for that 20-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate that. Will you try a cup of Wilkins coffee? Pulls out a mallet.
You don't have a future. I don't know. I can't remember any of your punchlines.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. And Disenchantment, what do you think of the King's Advisor, Oddval?
He's all right. I kind of wanted a little bit more comedy with him. He does have some funny moments, but I was hoping for a little bit more. Just with that design and that voice, I kind of thought they'd do more with him.
Adam, thank you for the £5 super chat. Are you aware of the based YouTuber Your Movie Sucks, also known as YMS? He's been around almost as long as Nostalgia Critic.
Oh, wow. Yes, I know the name. I feel like if I see the YouTube channel, I'd recognize it, but I don't think I've seen that many videos. Sadly, I gotta check out more. But I am aware of him. That's definitely a big enough name where it's like, yeah, I know who that is. But if you were to ask me the name of even one video, I couldn't do it. But I know he's big enough to be a name. I know I recognize the name.
Dev, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen Robin and the Seven Hoods 1964? And if so, what are your thoughts?
Let me see. Robin and the Seven Hoods. I guess not. No, I don't know this movie. Wow. It's got like the Rat Pack in it. Okay. And Peter Falk and Edward G. Robinson. Okay. I want to see this. That's a lot of people I like.
Joel B., thank you for the 500 bits. Which Disney villain song did you think was worse? This is the thanks I get from Wish, or Bye Bye from Mufasa.
So, this is the thanks I get. It's probably worse. But I do remember it.
Yeah.
Bye Bye is pretty forgettable. With This Is the Thanks I Get, I was almost watching it in amazement. I'm like, just where did this come from with the character? Then the lyrics were so bad. but I do remember the melody as well. And this is the thanks I get. Um, where again, all I remember in Bye Bye is just that character just so out of character, just going bye bye. Like that's the main thing. It just, yeah. I'd actually think I don't think either particularly good, but I think this is the thanks I get. I think I actually do like a little more.
Will Peters, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen or heard of the Disney animated series Big City Greens? If yes, to seen it, what do you think?
I've heard of it. I think some people have recommended it before, but I haven't seen it. So I think I have it on the list as possible future show, but it might be a while because a whole bunch of other shows I want to check out. So yeah, maybe someday in the future.
A lover of cinema, thank you for the 500 bits. Favorite Justin Long performance?
There's what is the name of this movie? It is a Christmas rom-com that is it's a parody of Christmas rom-coms, but it's done Christmas with the Campbells is what it's called. It's
Okay.
done mostly as a straightforward rom-com. And then out of nowhere, they'll just throw in something that like you never hear in a red. They'll drop like an F-bomb or something like that, or a really raunchy sex joke or something about a dildo or something. You have to be like, the hell? And everyone is playing it straight, but in a way that you know that they know it's bad. And he just plays, the country southerner guy who, just looks at the big city gal there and just says, oh, but do you have anything like this and these trees and these mountains? And his accent is so terrible. And he clearly knows it's terrible. And he's just having the time of his life. And I feel so bad because I look at the reviews for it, like, people that watch it and they're just, oh, nah, I don't like these Christmas rom-coms. And it is meant to be bad and it is amazing. It is so self-aware. And sometimes it winks a little too hard, but most of the time it plays it just perfect. And yeah, I love him in that movie.
Dev the Wiser, thank you for the 500 bits. What's your favorite Conjuring movie?
I guess the second one. I never got into the Conjuring movies, but the second one did have some good moments. It had some good creepy moments where I'm like, okay, again, I acknowledge this is complete fiction, but or actually, are we counting the spinoffs? Because weirdly, Annabelle 2 was pretty good. Out of nowhere, it was actually a pretty entertaining movie, and it was creepy. It was good. Yeah, no, I cared for the characters and everything. So yeah, one of those, I guess.
JK, thank you for the 100 NOK through Super Chat. Doug, you need to review Postal 2007 movie by Uwe Boll. It's his best movie.
Maybe, but I'm not a passionate Uwe Boll fan. It was more people said you gotta do a Uwe Boll movie. I'm like, all right, well, I did 2 of them. And it's just not the kind of bad I get into. I think everyone has that, that sweet spot or even several sweet spots of just, oh, this is so awful. It's enjoyable. It's entertaining. And Uwe Boll's not that for me. I think they're mostly boring. With that said, I think I have heard that it's actually legit. I think what you said, like it's legit good. Maybe. I can't remember if I heard that, but I did hear something about Postal did stand out. So maybe that's it. With that said, maybe I should check it out for that reason.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather, who do you think gives a better performance in Wicked, Cynthia Erivo or Ariana Grande? Why would you make me choose? If you're gonna force me to choose, I'm gonna go with Cynthia Erivo if you're gonna force me to choose. But it's not because, like I said from the get-go, people were like, Ariana Grande, she's not gonna be good. It's not because I have any feelings like that. I said from the get-go, Ariana Grande was gonna be good. She has a background in musical theater, and she loves that character. I knew it was gonna be good. But I still Cynthia Erivo just still ekes out a better performance. And oh my gosh, her voice is so amazing too. Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. What do you think of Lucy from Disenchantment?
He's funny. He's good. He's another character where I wish something could go a little further with him. Like the jokes do work, and he is a funny character. I always want to hear his reaction to everything, but and I do laugh. But you know what he is? I feel like I should be laughing as hard at this character as I do with Bender. You know what I mean? When Bender has a good line, it's like, oh man, that's a great line. When Lucy has a really good line, it's like, oh yeah, no, that's good. Like that, yeah, that works. Kind of thing where I'm like, oh man, there should be just a bit more punch to it.
Jofflesworth, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey Doug, been a huge fan for years now. Was wondering if you'd consider reviewing Freebird with Owen Wilson and Woody Harrelson for Thanksgiving this year. 'Tis a classic.
Is that the animated? Let me see.
I believe so. I
Freebird.
could be wrong though.
What a shock! The song came up. There it is. Maybe I will. I'll put it. I guess I don't really have like a Thanksgiving movie plan, so maybe I should do that. I'll look into it.
Jace, thank you for the $5 super chat. I can vouch the 2002 Time Machine is not only more interesting than the OG, but it's how I discovered it's not time the machines are controlling, but light.
Boy, that's the first I've heard that. I've heard things said about the 2002 one, but not that it was better than the original. I should check it. Even though everybody says it's boring and everything, I'm like, I've always been a little curious to check it out. Because I always want to know what a modern version, I mean, now over 20 years old, but like what a modern version of that story would be. Because it is a great story. And just the idea of watching time move around you and everything where you stand still, that's just, you never see that. It's always they push a button and they appear somewhere else. I love seeing time fast forward and rewind. That's such a cool idea. Yeah, maybe I'll check it out at some point.
The Army, thank you for the €3 super chat. Joel B, thank you for the 500 bits. Top 3 Peter Weir films. In my opinion, his filmography, consists of nothing but 10 out of 10 films. Oh, and he directed Dead Poet Society.
Yeah, what would? I do like Peter Weir. I'm trying to think. He did do Master and Commander, didn't he? Oh, yeah, that'd be up there. I love Master and Commander. Truman Show would probably be up there. Well, it's the top 3. Is that what they said?
Yes.
And then probably Witness would be final one there. Yeah, I'll say Witness.
A lover of cinema, thank you for the 500 bits. Aside from Syndrome and The Incredibles, what are some Jason Lee performances that you like, or at the very least don't mind? I know you're not really a fan of him, but I'm curious to hear what you have to say.
It's a good question. Let me see. Because, I don't hate him or anything. It just, a lot of his acting I never really got into. It just so, oh, actually, no, that's right. He was in Chasing Amy. I like him in Chasing Amy. I thought he was good in that. Boy, a lot of this other stuff I just haven't seen or is too recent. Alvin the Chipmunks, come on, phenomenal. No, of course he is good in Syndrome. Heartbreakers, he was awful. I'm looking at a lot of these, I'm like, yeah, didn't like that, didn't like that. I just don't think he's my thing. I don't know, did I say The Incredibles? Yeah, let's do Incredibles.
Jace, thank you for the $10 super chat. Since The Wild Robot was DreamWorks' last in-studio made film, do you feel like its in development sequel will get the same under-animated treatment as other sequels like Hoodwinked and Secret of Nim?
Well, the style was already, I don't want to say minimalist, but I mean, it clearly wasn't putting in the detail you'd see in like, I don't know, a Pixar movie or something like that. So even if they do that, they could work with it okay. You could say like the style in Puss in Boots 2. Technically, it doesn't have as much detail as the first one, but they worked with it. They knew how to utilize it and really create a cool style around that. So if that did turn out being the case, which if they're making a sequel, my thought would be they probably put more money into it. But if they didn't, I feel like they could work with it okay. They could still pull out something pretty good visually.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. How would you rank these Don Bluth antagonists? Jenner from Secrets of Nim, Warren T. Rat from An American Tail, Sharptooth from Land Before Time, and Carface from All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Boy, I think you just listed them.
In the exact
That's like
order.
the perfect order. Yeah, I think I like Jenner the most. And then, the American Tail, Rat, and then Sharptooth. Yeah, it's like that. That's the exact order. Yeah, well done.
Joel B, thank you for the 500 bits. Which Which sci-fi anthology series do you prefer, Black Mirror or Love, Death, and Robots? I really enjoy both shows, although Black Mirror definitely had the better last season.
I agree. I didn't even make it through Love, Death, and Robots the last season. It was so terrible. I was shocked how bad it was. Uh, with that said, when it was at its best, I do like that show more. That's just a little bit more up my alley. Um, but I get why, I like Black Mirror, and there's a lot of episodes that really work. And I guess when Black Mirror got really bad, it is probably still worse than the worst of Love, Death, and Robots from what I saw, but because they're longer a lot of the time. But at the same time, I think I do just expect this kind of quality from Love, Death, and Robot. I mean, really pushing the envelope and just making me look at either an idea or a style or just something differently. And yeah, with that third season, I just was not doing that. Maybe with the animation, that's it. And even then, it's like it's just good animation. It's like it's laid out nice and everything. But yeah, man, I didn't even finish it. I was just like, oh, I don't know. Like these past 3 or 4 episodes were just nothing.
On a Joker, thank you for the 500 bits. If there was an all Muppets version of Schindler's List, would you watch it? And if you did, would you feel a little guilty?
Yes to all. All of the above. Tell me you wouldn't watch that. And tell me you wouldn't feel that.
The morbid curiosity would get the better of me.
Oh, I'd get better of all of us. We would all admit we watched it, but we would all watch it.
That one, thank you for the £5 super chat. Has anyone ever recognized you IRL? For example, on the street, driving, in the shops, etc.
Never. It's weird. No, it happens a lot. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah. Sorry, I was gonna say, oh, really? And then I was like, oh no.
No.
You're joking.
No. I mean, it's not like I can't leave the house and have people swarm me. I mean, it's nothing like that. I can get on a plane. I can do whatever. The best comparison I can think of, most people have seen Groundhog Day, and Bill Murray walks by, and this couple of kids, oh my God, it's Phil Connors. Like, oh hi, thanks for watching. Well, yeah, look at that. They walk off. That's kind of it. I think that's really nice. It doesn't let the ego get too big, but it's also not something where I'm like, nobody knows who I am, kind of thing. Like, you go into entertainment, you're gonna want a little bit of that attention. Yeah, no, it's nice. It's not something where I want more or less of it. It's like a perfect amount.
Aid, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey Doug, apologies if you've already gotten this question, but I just saw your cast picture under Google when looking at some of your credited movies, and why is it of a completely random person?
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that sometimes I look forward to it. There's a lot of stuff I know that'll pop up on my IMDb that'll just be completely random. And one of them was that I made a version of The Room, but it's like a porno or something. Like, I don't even know it's still up there. It just says star of and directed The Room, and it's the poster. It just says The Room. It's just a guy's butt. And I'm just like, I wish I directed something that looks like such a masterpiece. No, and every once in a while, just something strange will pop up like that, and I don't know. I think that's kind of fun when that happens.
Brady, thank you for the $5 super chat. Been writing a book for some time now. I'm on chapter 18 with just under 30,000 words.
Cool. Hope it keeps going well.
Yeah, good luck. Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Steven Universe, did you like Peridot more when she was an antagonist or when she becomes a crystal gem?
Oh, don't make me choose. They're both great. I mean, I guess structurally there's going to be more interesting stuff going on when she has to go from being bad to good, and how that'll work, how that won't work. I mean, my favorite, I think, with that is probably connecting with is it Lapis? Is that her name? The blue one, the water one. All of that was so good. The way she keeps trying to make things better and makes it worse, which you've seen done in a million shows, but just the way they wrote it and the way they shot it, especially the shots of Lapis that they would get for her talking about how what she did was wrong when she was trying to make it better. It's very, very funny. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can choose. They're both pretty funny. Both versions of her are very, very funny.
Christian, thank you for the $5 super chat. Will you cover the Disney Mania albums and We Love Disney album for Christmas for Disney December?
I don't even think was it Disney Mania
Yeah.
album?
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. I'm so sorry. So yeah, probably not.
Joel B, thank you for the 500 bits. In SpongeBob, what do you think of Squidward?
Well, Squidward's probably my favorite character out of all of them. And there was a friend of mine, he sadly passed away, but he did a show called The Cartoon Guys Show. And he told me, you're basically playing Squidward. You know, it was a kid show. It was such a good idea. It was a kid show teaching kids that art is everywhere and everything can be art. But he's also showing you how to draw cartoons and everything, going, you know, someplace like, you know, the local library can have art to it. There could be an art to that. There could be an art to writing. But it was such a good idea. And I was always like the neighbor next door that the weird things would happen. It always affect me or destroy my house. And we got a couple episodes made, but I can't remember how many aired and where they. I know at least one got on PBS, which was really cool. But I can't remember if the others did or if they ran on YouTube or how it worked. But yeah, as soon as he said you're basically playing Squidward, I'm like, I'm there. Oh my God, I am so in for this.
Epic Kevster, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you played Undertale / Deltarune yet?
No. Do we have that on the list or no?
I don't think we do.
It sounded like whatever. The story and everything sounded neat, but like the actual game itself sounded like something I wouldn't necessarily get into. So we'll see. I'll try to look a little bit. Malcolm's playing it right now, right?
He is. I was just going to say, if you're interested in that kind of content, Malcolm is playing it tomorrow on Twitch, and he's getting pretty close to the end. So if you want to see him hit the ending of that game, you should definitely come to stream tomorrow, Twitch, 6 to 10 p.m.
But yeah, but we'll see. We'll see if we want to add it to the list.
Dibbles is gold. Thank you for the 500 bits. Will you be watching the new Toxic Avenger?
Yeah, I guess it's coming up. I'll probably stream it because I'm not going to be able to see it this weekend. But I am curious to check it out because I did enjoy the first film
I was
quite a bit.
frozen
I'm curious to see
today.
what they do with the remake.
Jace, thank you for the $10 super chat. Saw Eli Roth, Jimmy, and Stiggs. The film was like the Asylum was making a parody of Signs with two drunk and high musicians going through an alien invasion in a strobe lighthouse. I was not high enough.
Actually, kind of sounds fun. Maybe I'll check it out.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Disenchantment, which of the three main characters do you think had the best ending?
Oh, who counted this? So probably Bean, Lucy, and Elfo, I guess. Are probably the leads we're talking about. Let's see. I do kind of like. It's a toss up between Beans and Lucy. I guess I'll say Bean. I mean, that's the main character. You kind of see everything she goes through. If anything else, I just... So there's a scene in there that it's played for laughs, and after a while, it does start to become creepy, where just... If there's a headless her walking around, it's not the head you see, it's just the body, and it doesn't act crazy. It just follows her like this, and it's for like several episodes, and just something about looking at that image long enough, I'm like, this is kind of a creepy thing to be looking at for a long time. I just remember watching that and being like, man, this is a weird story this character goes through, isn't it? So I think if anything else, just for how memorable the stuff that happens with her. And they do set up, like, it's the character I remember the most things happen with her. So I'm like, okay, that probably makes the most sense that she has the best ending.
I'm just going to say right now, Virile, thank you for the $100 over a super chat over on YouTube. Thank you. We
so
really
much.
Appreciate that. I will definitely get to your message when on the list here, but I just wanted to say thank you. Also, chat, I was laughing because Doug could not hear the back credit card rant going on over his answer.
So I'll say my answer again. No. Bean, that's the answer.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Sorry, Doug, I had a bit of fatigue today. I'm curious, were you ever ghosted by a teacher?
Ghosted by a teacher?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
So have you ever heard the term ghost, like to be ghosted, to get ghosted?
Yeah, I know what that means.
Yeah, so
But
they're
how by a
asking,
teacher?
have you ever gotten ghosted by a teacher? Like you were sending them emails and sending them emails and they just stopped sending you emails back or like didn't answer your emails and stuff. I'm assuming.
A teacher? No. The only other thing I could think of is like if I was raising my hand, I wasn't called on, but that never happened. I was not a good student. I was usually drawing. I wanted to be ghosted. I wanted to not look at me so I could keep drawing my comics.
Joffles, thank you for the $20 super chat. Hey
Thank
Doug,
you.
me again, love your channel. Do you think you could review Free Bird with Owen Wilson and Woody Harrelson? It's super underrated. Oh, was this a repeat?
I think that was a repeat, but yeah, I wrote it down on the list to get to.
Christian, thank you for the $5 super chat. If you went through the exact same thing as Fry drinking to his 100th coffee, what would you use that speed for?
I am right now. It's called Adderall. No, it is funny because I never had coffee and I'm taking it because the fatigue was messing with my ADD quite a bit. So I take it maybe 3-4 times a week. I try not to take it too much. And the first time when I take a break from it and I take it again, it is like, you know, it's just like the good old days, you know what I mean? Of like when I first started this job, I just have this great energy and just this hyper focus. I want to get this stuff done and everything. So yeah, that probably it. Just work. I like working. I like making videos. I like creating stuff. Yeah, just anything with that.
A lover of cinema, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather, what's your favorite Rachel McAdams performance, and why is it Regina George from Mean Girls? She is very good as Regina George. Shouting Joker, thank you for the 8-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate that. Happy birthday, Heather. Thank you. I've had a fun week. Nate, thank you for the $10 super chat. Would you perhaps consider doing an NC on Fox and the Hound, since the book it's from is the same author of Watership Down and Plague Dogs, and Chief is voiced by the Sheriff of Nottingham?
Oh no, I didn't know it's the same author. That really makes sense, actually. Now I'm wondering what happens in the book because somebody dies in the book. At least one character. Knowing that author. Whatever. It's funny. I remember watching it. I liked it fine. It's one that a lot of people say I should watch again. Like just the idea of like kind of prejudice and everything is done, really well on it. I'll see if I want to do an NC on it. The bit I remember most is probably that ending. I mean, I think that's the moment everyone's like, even people don't get into the movie, they're just like, but that ending is great. That image, I think everybody knows what it is. Like that really, really stands out. So maybe just to kind of talk about that, I could bring something new to it.
Jace, thank you for the $5 super chat. Has there ever been times when you just want to know the basics of a film or a show without actually watching the whole thing through a recap on YouTube?
Yeah, Cobra Kai. I finally just gave up. I'm like, just tell me what happened. So I'm like, this is going on too long, and I know it's meant to be silly, but it's too silly. I just too long and too silly. I could take one or the other. I can't take both. Just tell me what happens.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. And Disenchantment, what do you think of the rivalry between Dagmar and Bean?
It's all right. Again, I kind of like the. Wait, Dagmar. Hold on. Let me double check. I want to make sure I'm not confusing the characters. Disenchantment, Dagmar. Oh, never mind. No, that is the character I'm thinking of. Yeah, no, I like it. That's one of the more interesting things in the show. I'm sorry, for some reason I thought that was like the king's like second command or something like that, but no, that's the mother. No, I loved all that. I loved seeing where it was going. I thought it had good surprises, good twists. It was also funny. I love the scene where she's dressed as her and impersonating her. Just the way they're talking over each other is so awkward but so hilarious, and the fact that they're buying it. Yeah, no, there's a lot of great moments with them.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Did you see the video of Kathleen Kennedy introducing a rare original Star Wars print?
No, I guess I should check it out.
The Ultimate Frozen Fan, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, remember the days when TV shows were 22 to 44 minutes? Now every episode is almost the length of a movie. Streaming demands so much of our time.
Well, and it's funny because that's without commercials. If you still watch shows that are on like TV, those are getting shorter because they have to make more time for ads. So it's funny how that works. I guess that's why more people are going to streaming.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Doug, ever seen a show called Ghost Rider from Nickelodeon and PBS? Samuel Jackson was in the pilot episode.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. I know what it is. I think growing up, I saw bits of it, like on PBS. I think, but I never sat down and watched a full episode, so I'm definitely not an expert on it.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on the Wolfman from 1941 and Creature from the Black Lagoon?
You know, I've never seen Creature from the Black Lagoon. I should, because I know that's a classic. I love the Wolfman. If anything else, just the atmosphere in it. When I think of like, a foggy Halloween movie, like that's the first one that probably, something creeping in the shadows. Like that's the first film I think of. So yeah, no, love that movie.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on the 1925 version of Phantom of the Opera?
I liked it. It's a little different, but it's got the bullet points down pretty well. That was actually my introduction to Phantom of the Opera. I think even before the musical. So yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool introduction.
Sean, thank you for that 8-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hi, Doug. So I unironically love Tommy Lee Jones' Two-Face. I think he gave a very entertaining performance, but I do think Billy D. Williams was a missed opportunity. Do you think Billy D. could have portrayed that kind of character?
In that universe, that particular Two-Face, I don't know. Like, let me put it this way: he could. Would it work? I don't know, because even Schumacher said he didn't entirely know what he was doing in there. Tommy Lee Jones, at least you can tell, what he's doing. He's doing the Adam West Batman, just like, like the Joker, Cesar Romero. Okay, yeah, I can do that. I mean, that's basically what he's doing. I'm sure he was told that. I'm sure that's the first thing that popped in his head, and nobody said don't, because again, they were trying to figure out what the style of the movie was. So, and it is very entertaining. I agree. I don't know what Billy D. Williams would have brought to that. He said he had some ideas for how to do it, even in the Schumacher one. And I trust he does. And, it's Billy D. Williams. Everything he does is cool. But yeah, I don't know how it would have worked because I don't even know if the movie worked.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on the 1989 movie The Bear? Possible NC? I would definitely click on that.
It's funny. I wanted to see that movie really bad when I was a kid. For some reason, my mom wouldn't let me. Maybe because it was PG, and again, that was back when it really meant something. And I still haven't seen it, and I probably should, because I love finding a movie where I really wanted to see as a kid, and my mom wouldn't let me. And then, like 30 years later, suddenly 35 years later, I'll check it out randomly, and then sometimes I'll be like, she was right not to let me see this. So but no, that one I haven't seen. I probably should. I heard interesting things about it.
Nate, thank you for the $5 super chat. Ever going to do an NC on the Paranormal Activity series as a whole, or at least the Paranormal Activity 2, which you said was your favorite?
Yeah, I've the compilation videos, ones where I talk about a whole movie series like in one video. I haven't made in a while because they do take more time and they're a little trickier to do. But that is one where I'm like, maybe I could do that because they are pretty quick and easy to talk about. I don't know. I have it down on the list still, but there's always other like Halloween movies I want to talk about more than that. So we'll see. One of these days I like to get to it.
Aid, thank you for the $5 super chat. What's your favorite movie of the year so far? Mine is probably Life of Chuck or Thunderbolts. Definitely check out the former if you haven't seen it.
No, a friend of mine was really telling me Life of Chuck was really, really good, but divisive, which makes me even more curious about it. Yeah, actually, what I should do, I should go to my Rotten Tomatoes page and see what I reviewed. That's what I should do.
Yeah.
But I have to log in. I have to find all this stuff. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I really like The Monkey a lot. I don't know if I say it's the best of the year, but I really liked it. I did really like both Together and Weapons a great deal. Man, but like best of the year so far? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to look at. I guess I'll go with that for now. I feel like I'm missing an obvious one. You know what I mean? Like there's always like an obvious choice, and it's like oh shoot, like yeah, obviously this one. Then I forget about it. But yeah, I'll just say that for now.
The guy is here. Thank you for the $7 super chat. Hey, Doug, if you were invited to act as one of the victims in the next Terrifier movie, how would you want Art the Clown to off your character?
Oh, I would just let
was
him
frozen
decide. I
today.
wouldn't interject anything. I'd be like, just look, I am literally just the dead body. Do what you want to me. Because man, anything I come up with wouldn't be creative enough. So yeah, I'd be totally down for whatever uncomfortable makeup or whatever they would put on me. I would be 100% into it.
Joel B., thank you for the 500 bits. Doug, I'm surprised you didn't put Fearless as one of your favorite Peter Weir films.
That is Peter. Wait, I'm sorry, that didn't pop up there. No, that probably is my favorite. Because that's like one of my all-time favorite movies. I forget that is Peter Weir. No, that's hands down my favorite then. Big time. Yeah, I love that film.
Ooh, someone in chat is saying Sinners and The Day the Earth Blew Up is some of their favorite from this year.
Sinners.
So far.
Oh, you know what? Sinners. That's pretty good. Yeah, might be Sinners.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey, Doug, what did you think of the pole position videos? How long did it take you to film all of that?
I don't know. It was so long ago. I mean, it was it's really fun. Yeah, my favorite just finding the different ways to say, "What you doing? Hey, jerk!" Yeah, and then just when I break down and just Tamara's playing like the nice little housewife with the pie and everything, I gotta tell her that I killed her family. But whenever you play pole position, it's really good. And she just nailed it so good. And then she takes her ring off as she's talking. I think she ad-libbed that. That was so funny.
Oh, Bro Productions, thank you for that 8-month not subscription, membership, sorry, over on
Thank
YouTube.
you.
Welcome back, appreciate that. Thoughts on the DK villain King K. Rool?
I mean, I only know him from the first game. He just looks like Wart and Bowser light. It didn't do much for me, but I haven't seen him in anything else. So maybe he has more of a personality in the other games. I don't know.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Are you familiar with YouTuber Jeremy Johns?
Yeah. I haven't seen a ton of his videos, but that's another one where just the name is so big. I know who he is, and the stuff I've seen I like. I just haven't had much time to watch a ton of it.
Dylan, thank you for the $5 super chat. Favorite ending in Clue? Also, do you think the movie is better with all 3 endings or just one ending?
Probably all 3, because I didn't know about the gimmick until years later, where you went into a different theater and you got a different ending. That was really interesting. That's an interesting experiment. And then they release them all on VHS. I'm trying to remember the ending. Probably A was my favorite. Yeah, I guess I'll go with that for now.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather, which version of Ma and Pa Kent do you like more, My Adventures with Superman or the new film? I'm going to go with My Adventures with Superman, but that's because they have the advantage of it being a series instead of just a movie. And I feel like as much as I loved the Superman movie, they are less established characters and more kind of help move to a certain point, I guess. Like, you don't see much of their personality is what I'm trying to say, but there's not time to. There's already so much happening. They don't have time to focus on who they are,
Yeah.
Larry, thank you for that tier 1 subscription over on Twitch. Welcome, appreciate that.
Thank you.
Christian, thank you for the $5 super chat. For Heather and Doug, have you seen Peter Pan Goes Wrong?
Yeah. It has probably my favorite goes wrong joke in there, because I've seen a couple of those shows when the dog, Nana, is supposed to bring in the paper, and the person playing the dog gets stuck in the door, the little doggy door, I said, "Bring me the paper, Nana." He's stuck in the door. "Bring me the paper," and he just sees a little toy truck, puts in the truck, and pushes it forward. That made me laugh so hard.
Larry Lester, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Looking back, how do you feel about your original drawn thumbnails?
They're good. They're still great. No, the reason we changed them up is just the landscape has changed. You know, you gotta be.
Mhm.
I mean, even now we have two thumbnails. You know, we choose which one gets the most hits with them and stuff. So yeah, no, it's just. And when we came back to, we were just like, yeah, let's. When we brought the NC back, that's when we changed it up, and it's like, okay, we should make it more like what you're used to seeing in these, so it's not confused about what this is. I don't want someone to click on and be like, oh, is this a cartoon? But there's still people that have that. They have the drawn thumbnails, and they're again wonderful. But when we brought back the NC, we definitely wanted to switch some stuff. But we gave it an intro. The style was a little different and stuff like that. But no, those are still very, very well drawn.
Dylan, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on Severance?
Oh, it's great. Oh my God. So we haven't finished all of the last season yet. I think we're down to 2 episodes. And Rob always brings up the best way to describe it, and he is so right, is that he says, this is what Shyamalan wants to be. He actually follows through with how it looks, how it's structured, how it's written, how they act. This is everything Shyamalan thinks he is doing. And these people are actually doing it right. And it accomplishes everything he's trying to accomplish. And that's not even to say I don't like watching Shyamalan, but I love watching Shyamalan films. But even I can acknowledge this is that done right.
Virilith Music, thank you so much again for the $100 super chat.
Thank you
really,
so
really
much. So
appreciate
kind of
that.
you.
Hello from Pensacola. I recently graduated boot camp, and I'm now being trained as an air crewman at the naval station there. It's been tough, and I miss not being sunburned, but I've come to look forward to seeing your videos after I get back. So much to catch up on.
Oh my God! Well, thank you, and I hope it goes well, man. Yeah, thank you for the donation there and everything, and just
Thanks for your service.
yeah, for your service and everything, and I'm glad you got through it. Okay, yeah, my dad was in the Navy, and I mean, I think everybody knows boot camp. It's really rough. So yeah, major congrats on that, man.
Jager, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi, Doug. Top 5 favorite Looney Tunes characters that aren't Daffy Duck. Foghorn Leghorn better be on the list you're about to say. He's my favorite.
He is on there, definitely. I don't know if I would say that as a teen, but he's actually going to be one of my favorites. Bugs is great. Elmer Fudd is great. That Red Riding Hood, she's only in 1 episode, but she is so fun. Hey, Grandma! I love that character. And I know I'm missing an obvious one. Maybe just the collection of the cast in the was it Boyd and it's not Boyd and Ernie, but something like that. The 2 little mice that have the yellow cat and the bulldog. Just the whole collection of them as like one collective is pretty great.
Dylan, thank you for the $2 super chat. Nate, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, Doug, you are not wrong about the book Fox and the Hound being a lot darker. Yeah, the book is constant death and suffering for all the main characters.
There's already one where I'm like, I know where a character died. I know exactly where a character died. Because when I was watching the movie, it was one of the faults I had. I said, this would be more effective if that character died. And I bet you anything he died in the book.
Sonic Vids, thank you for the $5 super chat. Are you aware that episode 1000 of the NC is coming up? Brainstorming any big ideas?
Absolutely. Just I'm writing them down right now because there's so many ideas. No, I am terrible at keeping track of that stuff. So I'll usually do. I can't remember what it was. It was like the 300th episode or something like that. We just so happened to be doing The Force Awakens. And it was a clipless review, so we're just like, oh well this is a big thing we have planned for the 300th episode. And we're just like, let's just go with it. I'll just put down when it is, like which one it is, and then see if we can do something special for it.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Do you know if Brad is bringing back Musical March in September this year?
I don't know. I know he likes doing it. But in terms of is he bringing it back, I am not really sure.
Stalwart Echo, thank you for the 500 bits. I recall that Spike Lee cameoed in Ghost Rider.
Man, there's a lot of people in this show I wasn't aware. Samuel Jackson, Spike Lee, I was not aware of this.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Happy 20th anniversary Supernatural. It turns that old in September for the pilot episode. Doug, I would at least recommend checking out the pilot.
I Maybe I can, but again, right now, there's not just for my job, but just in general, there's a lot of stuff to watch,
Yeah.
and all of it's on Netflix. So I swear we're not on Netflix. Yeah, it's a really good time for Netflix right now. But yeah, I'll see what I can do. Again, I can't promise anything.
Dahlia, thank you for the $5 super chat. If you could watch any scrapped version of a Disney movie, which one would it be?
Scrapped version. I mean, scrap can mean so much. You mean like, did they even film a year? We just talking about Animaniacs? Like, what are we talking about? Maybe Black Cauldron. I'd be a little curious to see what the plan was, if it was different than what they get, because I know a lot was cut out. So I guess that'd be the one.
TJ, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey, Doug, 2 questions. First, what part of being the NC has been the most rewarding experience in your life? Secondly, what do you think of the new Cat in the Hat trailer?
Bad. It looks bad. I could be wrong, but it looks bad. No, and I talked about it earlier when somebody talks about how I helped them through something. And again, I think a big part of it is not only obviously it's very touching and amazing to hear, but it's just so unexpected. And it catches me off guard every single time. And it's just a wonderful feeling when somebody says that. So, yeah, I know that's like, whatever, the cliched, heartfelt thing you're supposed to say, whatever, but it really is true. You think I'd be like, I don't know, used to it or ready, have a response or whatever, but it's just like every time it always catches me off guard. And in a weird way, I think it should. That's probably a healthy thing to do, as long as I'm not, as long as I give a good enough response or something that shows it really does mean a lot to me.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Favorite scene from Pulp Fiction?
Uh, hmm. Maybe the OD scene. I like that scene because my mom out of nowhere wanted to watch the movie. She was because we were like, okay, we're gonna watch our rated R movie, Mom. You better go, blah blah blah. She was like, no, I'm staying. I won't watch it. I won't. Blah, blah. And we just knew this was not her movie. She wouldn't get into it. We're like, all right, let's try it. And she was legit really getting into it, and she loved the OD scene where they're trying to bring her back to life. She quoted it all the time, which was really funny for her to explain to her church friends. Oh, it's in this movie called Pulp Fiction. Have you seen it before? Well, this, young woman is OD'd all over the place, and so they're trying to bring her back. So they have the syringe, is gonna stab it. You want to stab me 3 times? No, I don't want to do that. And it's hearing her explain it was always great. So I think it's got to be that. And yes, my mom was Mickey Mouse, as you can tell, obviously.
Stalwart Echo, thank you so much for those 10 gifted subs over on Twitch. Really appreciate that. We're 4 away from the golden. 4 away, chat.
Pretty close.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather, I think you would like Ma and Pa Kent in Smallville, as it was Annette O'Toole from Smallville and John Schneider as Jonathan Kent. Cool. TJ, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, if you liked Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, The Bad Guys 2 is at the same style. It's a better heist film than The Final Reckoning.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard it's better than the first one. I'll probably stream it when it comes out. Yeah, I'm curious to check it out.
Ryan, thank you for becoming a member for 5 months in a row over on YouTube. Appreciate that. JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Ghost Rider, I think, ended up getting canceled. We never did find out who Ghost Rider was.
Well, a shame.
Yeah. JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Though it was revised on Apple TV Plus, but it was quickly canceled.
Oh, still talking about Ghost Rider?
I'm assuming.
Wouldn't it be funny if Ghost Rider was Ghost Rider?
Ooh.
The Rider was the writer. Wouldn't that be a twist? And Nicolas Cage plays him.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. I meant from Superman 3. Okay.
I forgot what the beginning of it was.
Yeah. Dylan, thank you for the $2 super chat. What's a movie that you should love, but it's just like, eh?
I'm always a little surprised. It's not even a bad movie, but I don't get into The Crucible. It's always one of those movies where I kind of look at it. I'm like, this should work. Everyone's acting their asses off. It's a lot like the play. The play's very good. I'm like, it's, it's not tugging at my heart. It's that maybe they're too stoic. I don't know. But it feels like they're putting it all into, I don't know. Something about it doesn't quite click for me. And I don't know what it is, because the play obviously is amazing.
The Army, thank you for the €3 super chat. I saw you on Oni Plays. You rock.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, no, that was a lot of fun chatting with them, and they were super creative, super nice, super chill, and yeah, anytime they want me back for something, I'm totally down.
Jack, thank you for the €2 super chat. Have you seen Fixed on Netflix yet? So funny.
No, not yet. I'll say this: I haven't heard like amazing things about it, but I haven't heard. I mean, people were ready to destroy it. I haven't heard that, so I am a little curious to check it. It's on my queue.
Oklahoma City, thank you for the $2 super chat. Just saw you on Oni's channel. Very fun.
Thank you so much. Yeah, no, it was definitely a lot of fun to do.
All right, and we are all caught up, so we have a little bit of time here. Let's go.
Nice.
Marcus over on YouTube wants to know, would you do an NC review of the HBO mystery thriller miniseries The Undoing from 2020 based on the 2014 novel You Should Have Known? It was one of my favorites.
Did we start to watch that? Let me see. The Undoing. No, we were I haven't seen this. No, I take it back. My wife saw it. She said it was all right. But I don't think anyone would click on it for an NC.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Do you think Tomorrow Welling is a good choice, Heather, for Clark Kent? Tomorrow Welling.
I was gonna say, do you know who that is?
I
don't know who that is.
Yeah, sorry. Let's see. Power Gamer over on Twitch says, in regards to Neja 2, I say you should watch the first one, since while it's not as good as the sequel, it's solid, provides most of the backstory, and a lot of scenes in the second one won't have the same punch if you don't watch the first. It's on Netflix and even free on stuff like Tubi and the Roku channel.
All right, being on, again, it's all on Netflix. It being on Netflix should help. I'll see if I can watch it before I see the sequel.
Jim Bob over on YouTube says, hey Doug, which do you prefer, Tom and Jerry or the Looney Tunes?
Looney Tunes, but I do really like Tom and Jerry. It's rough, but yeah, Looney Tunes. There's just more variety. There's more dialogue to them and everything. But I do like Tom and Jerry quite a bit.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Tom Welling. Tom Welling. Isn't that who plays? No, I'm not positive. I'm sorry. Isn't that who plays him on Smallville? Because I haven't seen Smallville, so I don't know if he's a good choice or not. I haven't seen it, you know. Master Mario over on Twitch says, last week I recommended an old versus new on Miracle on 34th Street. How this for the categories: Best Santa, Best Susan, Best Supporting Cast, Best Christmas Look, Best Story, Best Message could be one too.
I don't really do the old versus news anymore. They just take a little bit too much time. But I did put down doing that as a possible Christmas review this year. The remake, the Mara Wilson one, because I feel like that would do well. It is interesting to talk about. It is an interesting version. Yeah, I found out we have like 5 Wednesdays in December, and I'm just like, oh my god, that's gonna be a lot of Christmas movies. So I'll probably sneak that one in there.
Headshot over on YouTube says, have you seen any of the deleted scenes from the older Disney films that you think should have made the cut? Like the cut song with Aladdin's mom and the original Ursula battle that was more intense.
I've heard the Aladdin song, and it is good. I see why they cut it, but it is very good. I haven't seen the original Ursula fight, but I don't know, the original's pretty intense already. Yeah, the Yzma song from Emperor's New Groove, that just changed the lyrics. Throw it in there. It was way too good to not include. Because there's very few songs in that movie already. So yeah, it's so good that it's not even in the movie and people know it. They still are talking, this is one of the best villain songs ever. It's like, it's not even in the film. So I mean, that just shows how good. Oh, and then the Lorax, there's a deleted song from there too, which again, I saw why they cut it, but it's like, oh, it would have been so good.
Ramirez over on Twitch says, who is or was your favorite Ninja Turtle and why? Also, happy birthday, Heather. Thank you.
Michelangelo, even though I knew Raphael was funny, I'm going by the cartoon. Even though I knew Raphael was funnier, I'm like, I know I'm Michelangelo. I'm just the fun-loving kind of a doofus, but I'm just happy and stuff. And that was like whenever Rob and I would pretend to be characters as kids, it was always like if it was Chip and Dale, he'd always be Chip, I'd always be Dale. And then for Ninja Turtles, he'd always be Donatello, I'd be Michelangelo. You know, it's like I'd be the goofy one, and he'd be like the smart one. And that was always we just knew we didn't kid ourselves who we were. You know what I mean?
July Media over on YouTube says, all dogs go to heaven or Titan AE for an NC review?
I have them both down as possibilities. I'll probably do all dogs first. Tiny, I'll wait for. I don't know because I don't like the movie. All dogs I legit like, and I think is interesting to talk about.
Today.
But even Blue, if you read his biography, he wasn't meant to direct Tiny. Somebody else was supposed to, and then he stepped in because the director stepped down, and he was just like, "This is not my wheelhouse. I do Little Mice movies. I don't know." So, but he stepped up to it. He did his best and everything. For somebody who's never done it before, it's impressive. But yeah, I didn't think it worked. So I feel like All Dogs would be a more interesting film to talk about.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Smallville is a really good series if you want Clark before Superman.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard great things about it. I've never seen it, but a lot of people said it's really, really good. I guess another one of those where I'd love to check it out, but it's just a time thing.
TJ, thank you for the $10 super chat. Would you ever consider bringing back old versus new with the original Thing and John Carpenter's The Thing? Also, would you ever review the prequel from 2011 as well?
They just take too much time now. I'm older. Even before the fatigue, they just took a lot more time. And yeah, I'm just not up to it because I still like writing it, filming it, starring in it, editing. I still like doing everything. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think it's going to work. Sorry.
Dibbles Gold, thank you for the 500 bits. Y'all have a good night. And JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Fun fact, Terrence Stamp voiced Jor-El.
Oh, what, in Smallville? Or something. I'm assuming they're talking about Smallville. That's cool. I didn't know that. That's really cool.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. That's going to be the end here for us. We really appreciate you being here. We literally couldn't do this stream without your questions. So thank you so much for being here and all your generosity. I hope you all have a good rest of your night. Keep in mind, we have content over on Twitch 4 days a week. Malcolm will be there tomorrow, and then Friday, Doug will be back playing more Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So we hope that we'll see you there on YouTube and Twitch. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening, and we'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.